Okay guys, so today's lesson is asking for and giving advice. We have the first thing is the meaning and the form. So advice means normally nasiha or guidance. Advice as a noun, here we have an example. I think everyone should follow the authority's advice to stay home. So advice here is a noun. The second one, advise with se, is a verb. The authorities advise people to stay home during the COVID pandemic. We never say an advice, we say piece of advice, and we never say advices, we say piece of advice. Okay, if you say an advice, it's incorrect. Say advices, it's incorrect. So here we have an example. Okay, read the dialogue and answer the questions below. Okay, so we have an exchange, a very short exchange. You know what, I am tired of being jobless. What should I do? If I were you, I would immigrate to Canada. So as you can see from this little exchange, we have two expressions. If I were you, I would, which is an expression for giving advice, and what should I do is an expression that we use to ask for advice. Okay guys, so we have a dialogue here. Read the dialogue and notice the expressions of advice in bold. So the first expression is, what do you advise me to do? Okay, the second one is, you ought to read novels. The third one, what should I do? The fourth one, I advise you to use a dictionary, better avoid English Arabic dictionaries. If I were you, I would. Any other advice? If I were in your shoes, I would. So guys, these are expressions of advice. So now we are going to see them in a chart. So asking for advice, we use these expressions. What do you suggest? What do you advise me to do? What should I do? What ought I to do? What's your advice? If you were me, what would you do? So for giving advice, we use these expressions. If I were you, I would. What don't you? You'd better, you ought to, or should. If you take my advice, you will. It might be a good idea too. I advise you to. Have you thought about? Here, have you thought about? We use verb plus ing after. Have you thought about quitting smoking, for example? So guys, write a short dialogue for each situation below. An example has been given. Look at the example. The example is for situation number 1, Suad and Fatima. You look pale today, pale Shahib. To be honest, I spend a lot of time playing video games, Suad. That's really bad. I know. What should I do, Suad? If I were you, I would stop immediately. So this is it.